Hello friends, how are you? Welcome to the Japan Study Center. Today we are going to see the chapter of geography and what is our topic today? Social economical indicator here. Social economic indicator. The indicator is the most important point here. Let's now have a very discussion about the various social economical indicator of India that are responsible for a human development here. As I mentioned it earlier, we will be discuss health and education under social indicator and general economics with their reference to per capita income of poverties. There is an important here capital in the social indicator of generally economics and first here healthy situation in India. Healthy situation in India is important. As you know, health is one of the three dimensions of human development here. There is a three dimension of the human development through their under health life is expectancy is there considered as the indicator. But we should be now other health is related to the demographical indicator like a birth rate, death rate, total fertility rate, and infertility mortality rate here. There is an important point here. The demographical indicator like a birth rate, death rate, total fertility rate, infinite of mortality rate, etc. As well as about the health facilities like a hospital, dispensary, bed in the hospital, number of doctor and nurse, etc. to have a hospitality. There's the most important point. The view of about the health situation in the country is definitely is today the health situation was improved a lot of since our independence. Today, there has been a significant demographics change and epidemiologically shift have a concerned. India has been able to control of various is a communicable disease. India has been able to control of various communicable disease here. However, under a communicable disease vector is a borne diseases and the AIDS. AIDS continue to be a critical area of concern there with their decline of death rate, increasing of life expectancy and the changing lifestyle. There has been to increase in a non-communicable disease like cardiovascular ailments and cancer, cataract, is ensued and blindness and diabetes, etc. In all the above mentioned disease, the here disease of AIDS and pose a unique challenge because no cure and ability to be till of today. But here AIDS meant to acquire immunodeficiency syndrome here, and there is a virus here HIV. It means human immunodeficiency virus here, and there is a most important here. Secondary India is a rank second in their world, next only for South Africa. Within a stimulated population of 5.206 million, 5.206 million person infected by HIV AIDS by December 2005. There is a most important point here. The next of South Africa with a stimulate of population of 5.206 million person infected by the HIV AIDS by December 2005. There is a most important point here. And recently, according to the UNAIDS estimate, India has been largest number of HIV AIDS of population. There is a very thinkness word here. The HIV AIDS is the largest number of India here. And surprising of South Africa. Population is surprising is South Africa here. Thought India is a place among the list of low prevalence of country. Our problem is a large population base here. And especially is the active reproductive age group of 15 to 49 year. There is also important active reproductive age here of 15 to 49 year. You can find out the total number of infected person from the age of composition table 2.73 in the provision lesson. If it is very really is want to young people to prevent HIV infection, we have to be enhance our life skill in the following way. The first way, understanding and feel good about yourself. Have a faith in yourself, understand your own strength and weakness, maintain your self-respect and self-confidence. The next year, be positive in your attitude toward life and be ready to learn from experience even if they are not pleasant. In a difficult situation, try to identify the case of problem, identify the best situations available and then a flow of them. And share your concern with the other and seek timely help when to needed. Adopt to the health lifestyle. That is the most important here skill here. And next step, make a responsible decision here and seek the reliable information and make an informed choose and discussion here. Think of the consequence of your decision and action. Do not act of hostility as an impulsive here. Learn from the experience of other. We can benefit from the mistake of the other and manage your stress by the sharing your concern with the other and the seeking help from to the parents, teacher, friends, and counselor here. That's important here. And have the is a confidence to be said no. It is a peer pressure. Be caring or empathic of to about to people who need a special care, such as the people living with the HIV, AIDS, and the PLWHA, and seek out of the share information of our sensitive productivity health or issue. Here table, there is the most important point arrive here. India is selecting health indicator 1951 to 2003. There is the most important here. Here indicator and 1951 and 2003 here. The birth rate per thousand is a 40.8. Birth 2003 is a 24.8 only. And death rate is a per thousand is a 25.1. But here a death rate is a 8.0. There is a very low here. And third year infertility mortality rate is a per thousand live of birth here is a 146 only. There is a 1951 to 61 here conditions, and the death rate 2003 is a 60 here only. There is an infant mortality rate here. And the child 0 to 4 year mortality rate is a per thousand children is a in 1951 there is a 57.3. There is a most important record here 1972 recording here. And 2003 there is a recording 17.8. There is recording of 2002 only. The next year, total fertility rate here 1951 the 6.0, but is a 2003 here is a recording of 2001 there are 3.0 only. And life expectancy of rate of male and female, the male here 37.2 is of 1951 and 2003 here the recording is 2001 to 6 here 63.9, and female here 1951 here 36.2, but in 2003 is recording here 2001 to 6 or 66.9. There is the most important recording for this. I am sure you have read the table carefully. As we said earlier, that is where has been to be significant improvement in each health indicator. But the desired result has not been to achieve in reducing birth rate here. And infancy mortality rate as well as a total fertility rate, and there is the need for the substantial effort, particularly in the remote rural areas where to the healthcare system is almost non-functional. As per health or care facilities in their country are concerned, it has increasing a leap and bound. There is an important point here. And the next table is the most important point to arrive here. The India is 10 to healthcare facility 1951 to 2004. You know that there is a most important here facility and time period here. Sub-center primary healthcare and community health center is a 1951 is only 725. But recording here to 2004 1,68,986. There is a mostly important increasing, but facilities is low here. And dispensary and hospital, there is a number of hospital is making here. There is a 1951 here is a 900 200 9,209 only, but 2004 is a most important increasing in 2002 recording here or 38,031 dispensary and hospital here, but facility is low. But bed is private and public. There is a 1951 1,70,198. But 2004 year recording 2003 year is a 9,14,543. And nursing is a personnel here 1951 there are 8,054 only. But 2004 there is here 8,36,000. And doctor modern system here 1951 the 61,800, but today here 2004 year recording is a 6,25,131. There is a most important increasing, but health facilities is here a zero. During 50 years 1951 to 2001, Population has increasing alarming from 36.10 crore to 102.70 crore. There is a most important increasing here of population. Stimulus is a number of partition as well as a problem related to a birth. Infant, child, and mother care has increasing significantly. Therefore, the health system is still at crossroad with the wide gap between to demand and supply. Therefore, the health system is still at a crossroad with a wide as gap between to the demand and supply here. But looking at the distribution of medical facility, we find there is a high is a unique distribution and most of the facility are concentrated is a around is a here a major cities and town. To be reduce the inequalities, government is India start on the ambition project of National Rural Health Mission. There is the most important themes here. National Rural Health Mission means NRHM. This program was launching on April 12, 2005 for a period of 7 years. The vision and target is a outcome of NRHM is given below. Apart from NRHM, is government of India has also launched many programs related to the health except their women and children like Janani Suraksha Yojana, JSY, Balika Samriddha Yojana, BSY, and Kishori Sakti Yojana, KSY, etc. There is the most important themes here. Here table shows there is a most important point here. National Rural Health Mission NRHM, the vision of target outcome here. The vision of NRHM and target outcome here. There's an important point here. Vision is the most important. To be implemented throughout the country with a special focus on 18 states with a big public health integrate and the big infrastructure. But target outcome here is a IMR to be reduced to 0 per thousand leave of birth by 2012. The next year to improve care ability and access to be equality of health care. But target outcome here IMR to be reduced to the 100 per is a 1 lakh leave of birth by 2012. There is an important target here and the build of surgery between two health here TFT reduced to 2.1 by the 2012. There is a most important target here. The here a build of surgical between health and determined to the health is a good health like nutrition, sanitation, hygienic, and there are safe drink water. This is the vision. But target here TFT reduced to 2.1 by 2012. Malaria is monitored to be reduced to by 50% by 2010 and 60% by 2012. There is the most important target here. But a complete elimination of Kala Jar and is mortality by 2010. The next year to the streamlines of Indian system of medicine to the facility is a comprehensive health care. The target here, malaria to be reduced by 70% by 2010 and 80% by 2012 and complete elimination by 2050. There is a most important vision, but it is not a completed today here. To increase absorptive capacity of health delivery system to able to the handle is increasing our allocations here. But target here at dengue is mortality to be reduced by 50% by 2010 and estimates it is at that level till 2015. There is the most important target, but is not often complete here. The next point here to involve to the community over to the planning program. There is a vision. There is a to involve to the communities over to the planning process here. And there is an important here target a cataract operation increasing of 46 lakh per annual. There is the most important target here to upgrade to the infrastructure. There is a vision and there is a target leprosis prevalence rate of reduced from 1.8 per 10,000 in 2005 to be a less than 1 per 10,000 thereafter. There is the most important target here to be assist the capacity of building. There is a vision and TV dot series is a maintain 85%. That is important. And the here increasing the fund allocation of health sector. Because there is entire of mission of period. There is a most important target here. Important vision. There is an important vision economic survey of 2005 to 6. The Ministry of Finance, Government of India is a page number 216. There is a most important point here. The next point here, a knowledge indicator. Knowledge indicator is the most important point here. Knowledge is a way considered as a power to the empower human beings in the various ways. And the individual with the extent or leaves of knowledge will be have a economical freedom and will be have to wild choose for the growth and development. Today, as a society is a moving to be a world towards the knowledge and society as a major chunk of population drive to there is a substance that is based on knowledge economics. Due to this factor, a knowledge was considered as one of the integral as a part of human development index here. Dimension of the knowledge were taken into the considerations as I mentioned earlier. They are adult literacy rate and combined primary, secondary and tertiary growth involvement is a ratio here. Therefore, in this lesson, we will be not be discuss about the trend as a regional pattern of literacy. Rather, we will be especially is a specifically there discuss about their adult literacy here. It is because of the fact that we have already discussion about literacy is detailed in the lesson number 27 here. The other fact of detail of discussion about their adult literacy is that it is taken as one of the indicator to measure their knowledge component. According to the NSSO, is a 52 round is a 1995 to 96 and reported in a selective educational static. They are 1997 to 98 or 54.30% of adult are literate here. According to Human Development Report 2005, the adult literacy in India is a 60.0 here in a 2003. But if we make a state-wise analysis, the pattern has not been changed much. The regional pattern of adult literacy varies are considerable. It is maybe observed that is the state is below to the national average Bihar. The Bihar is the national average here, including Jharkhand also, and Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, including Uttaranchal, Arunachal Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, including Chhattisgarh also. Jammu and Kashmir and Odisha here, and therefore there is a need for the improvement of adult literacy in this state. There is an important point. The next point here, gross enrollment ratio here, GER. G is R is most important, gross enrollment ratio. It indicates the proportion of between to the total number of learners in the particular age group that are supposed to be in that particular class and classes the total number of actually learner enrollment there is the particular class and classes. Sometimes GER is more than 10% due to the admission of below the age group and above the age group in that class or classes. In a HDI is the aggregate of GER of primary, secondary and tertiary education is calculated. Here we will be restrict our discussion about the GER of primary education from first to fifth class is important here. According to the Economic Survey 2005 to 6, their GER has increased progressively from 32.1 in 1950 to 51 to 84.90 in 2003 to 2004 in the age group of 6 to 14. From first to fifth class here. As soon as the drop out of rate of primary level declined from the 39.0 in 2001 and 2002 to here 31.4% in 2003 to 2004. As on October 2005, number of out of school of children as reported by state UT was reduced to 95 lakh from a 3 lakh 20 lakh in the 2001. But till a 95 lakh out of school children at a primary level in a very high number. If you look at the state-wise and GER, it has been to found that is a various form of 116.60% in there is a Manipur to 55.2% is a Bihar. The state which is have a GER is below to the national. The national average are Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Andhra Pradesh, Assam, Haryana and Punjab, Jammu and Kashmir, Jharkhand and Nagaland. To improve the educational attachment, the particular involvement and intentions at the elementary level and reduce the adult literacy, Government of India has started to various new programs and also strengthens exciting two programs here. There is the most important program here. But next economical indicator. Economical indicator, there is the most important here. Human development has placed a great significance to economical productivity and growth here. This provide to mean to a progress is apart from education and health. Economical growth are generally found out with the gross domestical product here GDP. There is the most important here gross domestical product here, and gross national product also means GNP. Their gross national product per capital income, etc. Here we want to be discussed in detail all this above to mention economical indicator, but we will be discussed only about a per capital income is important here. According to Economical Survey 2005 and 06, per capita income has increasing from rupees 3,687 in a 1950 to 51 to be rupees 19,649 in a 2004 to 5. Though per capita income has increasing significantly, but disparities are very wide both at a regional level and local level. Even at the rural and urban level, there exists to very high a disparity in a per capita income here. Such a variation also is reflected through those of persons who are below to poverty line here. Poverty is not only to economical as a phenomenon, but also is a social and psychologically here is a depressions here, depressions, and this is reflect through poor quality of life and malnutrition and low human development sector the reason here. There are poor quality of life, malnutrition, and low of human development. There is a main point here, poverty is here. And according to the Planning Commission of estimate in 1999 to 2000, there is where 26.10% of population living below to poverty line. There is the most important is a factor here, and more important is the number here. 26.10% population living below to poverty line, and this ratio is 27.9 in the rural area and 23.62% is the urban area. When the rural poverty is linked with the landless and the marginal farmers, urban is a poverty spread in the term of sprawling is a slum in a cities. The state with the population below to poverty line from national average include Odisha, Bihar. Bihar is including here Jharkhand also, and Madhya Pradesh including here Chhattisgarh, and Uttar Pradesh including here Uttarakhand. All the northern state is the eastern state except of Mizoram and West Bengal here.